Presented by PrintKCups.com. Taped live and in color from Studio 505 at the Tribeca Flashpoint Academy in beautiful downtown Chicago, Illinois. It's Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
When you feel so full of talent and you've got that special pep.
When Hollywood and Broadway are calling you and you want to take that very first step. I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
You're gonna do fine.
I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. It's your time to shine.
The audience is seated, the spotlight's shining bright.
Get out there, you shooting star, and sparkle through the night.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
Clapping so loud.
I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. You're wowing the crowd. Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. Yeah!
And now your host, Steve Gadlin.
It's time for another episode of Steve Gadlin's Star Makers, where we bring you tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and or Broadway. Find your favorite seat, enjoy a delicious healthy snack, and be prepared to be delighted by a wide variety of talents. Tonight we have something special for every occasion. No matter what type of talents you enjoy, something in tonight's show will certainly tickle your fancy. Jokes, magic, music, accordion, you name it. Hey, before we start, let's visit with our studio audience in the PrintKCups.com Studio Audience Lounge. It's Amanda Wilson and Emily Graham. Everyone has heard of stand-up comics before. If you haven't, what are you, raised in a cave? Stand-up comics have a habit of filling every moment with stories and jokes that make us laugh so hard, you'll be saying, "I told you so." Tonight's comic is a special jokester from England, or as the old saying goes, across the pond. Get ready to laugh all over and to say things like, "How does he think of that?" With some jokes, here's Telly Smockbuckets.
Good day to you all. I'm coming to you via your television. That's because in real life, you wouldn't let me in your house to talk to you, not if your life depended on it. I just wanted to share with you my thoughts for the day. My first thought, people in America are so different than here in England. In America, being on time is very important. In England, we get there when we get there. If that's the same day, you should feel lucky. That's why the Rolling Stones wrote the song "Time Is on My Side" years ago. Americans eat a meal at a restaurant in half an hour. In England, we need at least half an hour just for the appetizer. It's so true. An hour for the main course and another half hour for dessert. Then we need time to get ready to leave. That's why most restaurants in England only have 10 customers a night. Elections. In America, once the president is elected, he has to wait 2.5 months before starting the job. In Britain, we don't waste any time. We're moving the old prime minister out and the new one in within hours. If they're in the shower, making love, whatever, get your stuff and move out. Your time is up. Isn't it funny when people fart? First, a little tidbit into the history of the fart. In 1000 BC, Roman patriot Fatus Maximus, whose family was known to have the loudest farts in the world, developed the first air freshener to diffuse the harsh odor of farts. But back to my main point. The funniest thing about farts is the sound it makes. You could be at the most serious event, for instance, a funeral, and then once the fart sound is heard, all composure is lost. Imagine being at Wimbledon. It's the third set tiebreaker, and you let out a loud one in the stands before the serve. You're embarrassed, and everybody starts giggling and laughing and looking right at you. So what can you do? Fart again. It's a strict rule that one good fart deserves an encore fart for emphasis. It's also my theory that some of the women tennis players yell when they return a volley so they can cover up the sound of their farts. Really. Next time, watch closely. Farts would be funnier if not for the smell. Beyond the fart being funny, the facial expression on people's faces when they smell the odor is outrageous. Then people try to fan the fart smell away from them. The hardest part is trying to fan the fart away while holding your breath. It's like the fart is poisonous gas. If you inhale one small sip, you'll die. I was really surprised to discover that women also fart. For some reason, I just thought it was guys. Then one day, I was at a lady's house. She was talking to me. She went to the bathroom and let out a fart. Then she came back out, continued talking. I didn't know what to say. She had closed the door when she went to the bathroom, so it was a polite fart. It wasn't as if she had raised her dress to my face and farted in my face. Those are what I call dramatic farts. The fart itself is made more dramatic by contorting your body. There's the one leg up in the air, the bending over and straining, the stooping fart. So that would be all from me. Good night.
Telly, that was hilarious. Thanks so much for being on Steve Gadlin Star Makers.
Thank you. Good to meet you, Steve.
What a funny comedian. And when you think of custom coffee gifts, think printkcups.com. With custom flavors and designs, their personalized single-serve coffee cups are sure to please clients, friends, and all the coffee lovers in your life. Printkcups.com for all your custom coffee gifting. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When you combine mountains of mouth-watering food, ice-cold beer, and our world-famous Tilted Kilt girls, it's enough to get anyone's attention.
Come on, guys.
Tilted Kilt Pub and Eatery. A cold beer never looked so good.
It's the Smarty Pants Balloon Kit.
You get the pump. You get the book. You get the balloons. You get everything to make everything. A dog, a cat, this hat, a monkey, a sword, a mouse, even this house. You get everything to make everything. Be more fun at work. Be more fun at school. Be more fun at party. You get everything to make everything. Order now and receive double the balloons.
I wish I could see the face of the first person to invent an accordion. They must have been so surprised. Have you ever seen such a stranger-looking instrument? The way it heaves in and out like some sort of dying animal that's short of breath. Well, there's more than meets the eye, that's for sure, especially when a skilled musician squeezes it between their hands. Here comes a musician who is no stranger to the accordion at all. Enjoy Maria Wojciechowski, who is here to prove that there's nothing strange about this old accordion.
Hi, I'm Maria Wojciechowski, and I'm going to sing a song. And I apologize because I've been heavily drinking this week, so my voice is gone. I've also been heavily screaming. Oh, the thought of it makes me shiver, that I wrote so many songs about all the boys I thought I loved. I know now that I was wrong, so now I must deliver the truth sung without fear to the one who has never let me down, to the one who helps me metabolize beer. To the liver, the drinker's favorite part. The liver, with the drink in your hand, you look smart. The liver, if you don't drink, you should start. The liver, speak not from the this is an Irish dance. Thank you. Thank you. When my pulse begins to quiver, I'll know that cirrhosis has won. I've had at least 6 pints a day since before I turned 21. When I meet the final forgiver, I'll be begging to make amends. But for now we're here, so raise your beer and toast with all your friends. To the liver, to the liquor store we dart. The liver, to buy whiskey by the cart. The liver, because sometimes beer makes me fart. The liver, speak not from your heart, but follow the liver.
Maria Wojciechowski, that was fantastic. Thanks so much for being on Steve Gadlin Star Makers.
Thanks for having me.
That was great. One thing that I like about the accordion is it's like there's a little piano on the side of it.
Yes, there is.
But I noticed, too, most of the buttons you're pressing are the other buttons and not the piano buttons.
Yeah, because I normally when I'm singing along with it, I just use the bass buttons. That's what these are.
Great.
Sorry. And then when I'm playing a song by itself, then I use both.
And what are these called?
This is just the keyboard part.
It's just like a little piano. How long have you been playing the accordion?
I started taking lessons like 4 years ago, and then I have a hard time I'm ADHD, so I have a hard time focusing on one thing. So I'm like back and forth with it.
Well, as someone with ADHD, I think you do a wonderful job playing the accordion. So thanks so much for being on the show. We look forward to seeing more of your stuff down the road. One of the best things about being a musician is that you can play instruments and make music. And the second best thing is probably sharing that music with your family and friends. Third best, getting to be on television to share your music with people you haven't even met. Our next act is something called a one-man band. Well, that's just the same as a band, but with one person. Here with an original song called Remember, Remember is Steve Solomon with his band, Skatterplot.
Remember, remember what you are fighting for. Remember, remember what makes you want it more. Remember, remember, I know you can remember. Your mind is persistent to the core. What are we fighting for again? I might be crazier again. Oh, remember, remember what you are fighting for. Remember, remember what makes you want it more. Remember, I know you can remember. My mind is for all you stood, crying out to you. What are we fighting for again? I might be lying when I said I'm giving up, I'm giving in, I'm giving up, I'm giving in, I'm giving up. No, I'm never giving in. What are we fighting for again? I might be lying when I said I'm giving up, I'm giving in, I'm giving up, I'm giving in, I'm giving up. No, I'm never giving in.
Steve Solomon, Scatterplot. That was great. Thanks for being on Steve Gadlin Star Makers.
My pleasure, Steve.
I tell you, your this is weird of me to say, but your chord changes are awesome. I love the way your music bounces around on the scale. It's just really interesting music. What's your inspiration for the songs you create musically?
Well, this one is definitely inspired by Queen, like We Are the Champions. I kind of have this pictured, you know, when, like, if the Cubs win the World Series in 2050, like, they'll play this song. But a lot of my influences are some Beatles and jazz even, so all over the place.
And how long have you been a musician?
Since I was age 4, so 20 years.
What was the name of the first song you ever wrote?
Oh, man, I wrote this. It's kind of cheesy, but someone sent me a postcard once, and I got the lyrics from it, and I called it Hang In There, Baby. So that's my first song.
No, that's a great message in a song. So tell us, if people want to hear more of your music, how can they do that?
They can go to Skatterplot.com. That's Skatterplot with a K. And by the way, here's my latest CD called Digital Woman. You should check it out.
How many tracks are on that disc?
12. 12.
Any secret bonus tracks?
If you play it backwards, you might get something. So that's my hint.
That's great. Well, I love it. I'm definitely going to pop that in my CD player. Hey, do you like food? Do you like to eat food? Well, sure, we all do. It's part of what makes us tick, literally. My friend Monty has a great blog about the food he eats called Off the Eaten Path. Give it a read, won't you? You'll find it at http://montyism.blogspot.com. We'll be right back.
Walter E. Smith, marker.
Action. Walter E. Smith designers are unbelievable. They'll come to your home, lay everything out. The results will be incredible.
At Smith, it's all about making your design vision a reality. The Smith designer will be your expert guide through this whole journey.
At Walter E. Smith, our designers help you find what you're looking for.
You'll find a look that fits at a price that fits.
If you're going to put money into furniture, you ought to get good quality furniture that's going to enhance your lifestyle.
Modern luxury, hand-picked, one-of-a-kind pieces. It's all here at Walter E. Smith. Come on down and see us today.
You learn by doing. The great thing that you guys do here at Flashpoint is exactly that.
I don't think you could be here for too long without the sort of infectious nature of everyone being hungry to learn.
Tribeca Flashpoint is set up in a way where the whole direction of the school is preparing the students for the real world.
Show people that you're willing to do anything for what you want to do. No fear, no greed, no envy.
Sometimes I like to play a game called What If, where I'll ask myself a question and then talk about the what ifs of the situation. For instance, what if I had never seen a magician before? Well, then I'd sure be in for a big surprise, because magic is one of those talents that makes us say things like, "How did he do that?" and "I can't believe my eyes." The amazing Mr. Bibik is one such magician. What if we watched his performance right now?
Hello, everyone. The amazing Mr. Bibik here. Great to be here this afternoon. Time to do a little bit of magic. Sorry I can't do my entire show for you today. I hurt my wrist recently. I tripped and I fell and I hurt my wrist. It's a little clicking sound. I'm not sure if you can hear this or not. It seems to be okay when I go like this. But when I go like this, listen. Ooh. Did you hear that? That doesn't seem right. I am not a doctor, but I think that might be a bad case of plastic cup under the arm. Well, that's the job of a magician, to fool your senses. That time I fooled your sense of hearing. That's very difficult to do. Now I'd like to fool your sense of smell. Here, pull my finger. No, don't do that. Instead, a little something from my hypnosis show, which will actually fool the eyes. Your job as the audience is very simple. Stare into the center of this spinning disc for just a few moments and you'll see something incredible. Nobody gets squirted with water. Nothing jumps out at you. Just stare into the center. I'll count backwards from 10 to 1. If you look there the whole time, you'll see something incredible. Here we go. 10, 9, keep looking. 8, 7, 6, keep looking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now look at my head. Did you see my head get really large? I know, it's crazy. Maybe you missed it. You looked aside. Maybe you looked away. Check it out again. This time I'll run it back the other way. You know what to do. Look into the center. Stare into the middle. 10, 9, 8. Keep looking. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now look at my head. I've got the worst headache. Hey, that's your eyes fooling yourself. Now I'd like to try something in the psychic realm. If I could borrow someone from the audience, please. Miss, how about you? Thank you so much for joining. What's your name?
It's Emily.
Emily. Thanks a lot, Emily. Emily, I have here a couple of simple items. I have here a steel nail, first of all, and a block of wood. Would you take a look at that, please? And 4 styrofoam cups. Your job will be very simple, Emily. Simply cover the nail with one of these cups upside down. All right? Turn the other cups upside down, and then mix them up however you want to. Now, I want you to do it yourself. I will not watch.
Okay.
I will turn away. There are no monitors back over this way. All right. Does this suit look all right from the back? Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't mean to brag. All my clothes are designer clothes. This particular suit is Giorgio, my mommy. Oh, yes, I love my mommy. Okay. All right, are you all done? All right, then, very carefully. My attempt now is to psychically try to find the location of that done. So concentrate. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but concentrate now. May I have your hand, please? Ah.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. Emily, we missed. Thank goodness. Once again, if you would, please. Cover the nail. Don't let me see where it is. Mix them up, and then separate them out a little bit, too. All right, have you done so? Very good. Concentrate now. Clear your mind of everything. Would you like to help me again? No. Okay, thank you. Watch. Would you just separate the two, please? I don't want to touch them. Either way, anyway. You can see many people have failed at this on YouTube, so. Here we go. Concentrate. 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 Emily. One cup is left. Oh, the nail. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Wow, the amazing Mr. Bibik. Thanks so much for being on Steve Gadlin Star Maker.
Hey, Steve, thanks. Great to be here.
So tell us, how can people see more of your magic, Mr. Bibik?
Hey, every Saturday afternoon I perform at the world-famous Manny's Deli on Jefferson, just north of Roosevelt, from 11:30 to 2:30. You can see some close-up magic there, or check out my website, bibik.com, B-I-B-I-K.
Well, that's where I'm going the next time I'm on the web. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.
Are you one of tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and or Broadway? Or would you like to be a part of our PrintKcups.com studio audience? Visit us on the internet at sgstarmakers.com.
Well, one way I like to show that I like something is by wearing a t-shirt about it.
We all have that in common, I suppose. Looks like we're all fans of Steve Gadlin Star Makers.
I sure am. I like it so much I bought this t-shirt on their website.
Which website again?
sgstarmakers.com.
Tonight sure was filled with wonder. From the hilarious stand-up comedy from across the pond, to wonderful music, to those mysterious magic tricks. I hope they're wearing sunglasses on Hollywood and or Broadway, because the future out there sure is bright. Maybe we'll see you in our studio audience or right here on stage. If one of you thinks you are one of tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and or Broadway, please visit us at http://sgstarmakers.com. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.